Yeah, this is toasting just like that pan I had. I got rid of that pan because it just took up too much space, and I didn't like that handle. This is doing exactly what that was doing. Just got to spin them around, flip them every so often. Man, I wish I knew about this now and the benefits of it. I don't think I want to make a habit of cooking eggs on it, but I'm curious about that. I'd like to use water with the eggs, uh, just just as a habit. But yeah, yep, they're getting there. They're pretty much there. They're toasted. I finally got toasted bread again, and it's very possible to do with the propane again. And maybe I don't need a camp toaster. That would just take up space. Just use this pan from now on. Just I won't be able to do 5 at a time, but that's fine. So eating toast over bread is takes away my honey addiction, because toast is more desirable to chew on than a bread. Eating bread by itself is not very enjoyable. I was slamming it with honey, but now I can effectively toast again with not too big of a pan to deal with. All right, I waited over an hour. I can go for some eggs now, and I'm gonna cook 4 and then toast some bread afterward again. I gotta admit that I'm not burping as much after eating all that bread, that toasted bread. Honey and bread would make me burp like crazy, but toasting the bread, there's no problems with the burping issue, so that inspires me to want to try cooking eggs like this. I want to make sure the whites are fully cooked. The yolk, not so important. And this is a very non-stick. They say non-stick are not safe, but I mean oils are just no good to me either. Yeah, if this turns out to be a good choice, I'm gonna be able to step away from boiling everything and now toast and cook. The eggs look good. The bread I ate earlier seems okay. I want to get these peppers on this too. It's actually better to put them on this, I think. Yeah, I think the peppers and onion have fermented a little bit. They've been sitting in my car for a few days. But I'm gonna try to cook them good, and they smell good. The fermentation is smelling good. Cook them and see how that turns out. Mix them with the eggs and the bread. All right, everything's tasting good on this. Got a pepper and pepper egg sandwich. It's all tasting pretty good. We'll see how it ends up, but I got less burping. It tastes pretty good. The peppers are a little fermented, but they're manageable. I mean, while eating them, we'll find out later. So I learned at a young age that getting food to go, fast food, candies, all that, it's not a good idea. I gotta cook my own food. Gotta make it whole foods, but I can't just boil everything, because I'm not experiencing burping problems as much using that griddle for the eggs, for making toast, for cooking those peppers. And in the past, I was just throwing them in a pot of water and boiling everything, not the bread. But actually, I need drier foods. I need to be griddling foods so that it's drier. And then I think that might reduce my burping problems. This is kind of weird, but over the course of 3 days, I first boiled these roots and it's carrots, sweet potato, red beets, something else. I first cooked it with chicken thighs and didn't really eat much of it. So then I threw a steak in there the next day, and it was in the pot of water, which I'm boiling now. I'm gonna drink that liquid separate. So I boiled it one day with chicken, the next day with a pound of steak. Didn't really eat the vegetables on the second day either. And now today's the third day and I'm kind of roasting them, and they taste kind of good. And I think it's probably because of the chicken and beef properties in there. Iron Mountain, Michigan. This tire got worn out like mine on the edge. It looks great on one side. It's a leaning tire. That's such a waste. That's what's happening to mine. To be able to do a little bit of griddling puts me in better spirits, I think. I just cooked an egg. I was actually able to even flip it with two of these spatulas. It holds together really well. I can't say it was really hard. It's tough because of the smaller griddle. And it's so easy to flip the toast in this pan thing. It's easier than one of those round pan things. I'm thinking I cooked the egg, and I'm gonna toast a few slices of bread, and I think I want to cut the tomatoes in half and put them on top as well. Do a little roast tomato. Yeah, the eggs normally want to stick. The tomatoes want stuck a little bit, but well, they don't. They just gave a lot. There's tomato residue now that's gonna burn. So I gotta admit, roasting these tomatoes actually is pretty decent. So I'm gonna do more, because I've already started eating. And yeah, once just finished all this up, and I want to do some peppermint tea. I throw this cup on top and just get it to a boil, hopefully. It's all part of an experiment, but I'm pretty confident it's gonna work out. Alright, I contemplated leaving the water on the plate and just letting it go to boil, but then I thought that it's gonna be wear and tear on the plate. I want it to cool down now. I want it to be in the cool down phase. Although this water would regulate the temperature, I don't need to be putting stress on the plate. Heat stress, it's not necessary. So I pulled it off, and just go direct with the cup of water instead for my peppermint tea. So from what I understand, with the silicone, it can handle up to 400 degrees or so. I should be fine handling this plate. Just move it around wherever. Just don't want this silicone exposed directly to the flame. Alright, I just stopped in this random pullout north of Iron Mountain, and looks like I have to pay. This is some kind of road grader. I have to pay. Recreation passport. Daily $11 for the car to enter. It looks like it's for the car. Campground. Call 911. I was trying to look at this. Recreation passport required for entry. Please do not walk or snowshoe on set ski. So I'm guessing that, well, people can drive back here. That's what gives me the impression that it's more about getting, yeah, it even has a sign that says slow. This looks like they're trying to discourage people from driving back here, that at least pay to come back here. It's not that important for me to go to that lake. I could kind of go for a walk though, and I'm just going to argue that I get the impression it's for vehicles. Recreation passport more than individuals. Gwinn, Michigan. Gwinn, Gwinn. Alright, I'm in Gwinn, Michigan, Gwinn, and I just want to walk over to the library here. First, I want to do some exercising, just some lunges. So tighten up the knees a little bit. It's a little walk bridge over there. That's pretty neat. Let me seen. Yeah, this is a neat area. This must be lumber trees for the lumber industry. Lumber is looking like a major operation around here. So we got a library next to a bar. And there's probably more people in the bar than the library. Forsyth Township. Okay, I'm check. Oh, this is our new one, 2015. I want to check to see what's available for Wi-Fi before I enter. A little bit. Okay. I'm guessing Forsyth wireless.
It's not wireless, yeah.
All right. Alright, back at my car from the library. Wi-Fi is pretty decent. I'm south of KI Sawyer. Very interested in looking at it, but I don't really want to rush over there today. I'd like to try to find somewhere here to sleep overnight and then go in the morning tomorrow to check out KI Sawyer. Pull in and maybe just hang out, then go to the Walmart tomorrow evening. I'm not sure if I can pull that off though. Alright.
He's no trouble.
Alright.
How you doing?
Alright.
Oh.
Yeah, I seriously doubt I could just hang out overnight in the parking lot. Seriously doubt it. I was looking at the grocery store. I think they close at 8 o'clock or so. They don't open till 7. 7's a little late. I might be just using what I got for food in the car. I do have 2 eggs, so I could just cook them. But can I survive a night in the grocery parking lot tonight? That's the only place I really looked at. Maybe I'll look again at the map. Maybe a hospital or something, if there's something there. What else is in the town? Alright, I crossed time zone, and this phone doesn't know the time. It's an hour behind. My tablet somehow figured it out, and I think I gotta wait for this atomic clock to get a signal update so that it knows the right time too. I lost an hour. So I didn't want to eat anymore today after 3 o'clock, but what really solidified my timing for a meal, just cutting off, solidified my cutting off of having any late supper, is my confusion about the time zone change that occurs leaving Mountain Iron and coming over here to Gwinn, Gwinn is in a Eastern time zone, so I'm in the Eastern time zone. And I lost an hour and didn't really know that. Oh man, yeah, these mosquitoes are pretty aggressive around here. They're big too. Now there might be warnings about being over here. I don't know. Not warnings from that road at least. I want to get a little closer look at these chickens. I suspect that they probably got cameras. They look like they're egg chickens that they keep in this coop. I won't get any closer. Huh. Oh, it's a bunch of them. Can't smell anything, but I don't know. Might be a new flock. Might be just too far away. They got these chickens over here in the old school ground that's now owned by the city for tree service. I don't know. Somebody owns it. Looks like an old playground here. It's small town stuff. Yeah, because this is also tree service stuff. All kinds of warnings everywhere because of all the accidents. I just noticed that this is misspelled bee butterfly, and they kind of knew it too. They really screwed it up, but just kept carrying through with it. They only get one piece of wood on limited time, I think. Bee butterfly habitat. Feels kind of weird to have jumped into another time zone, almost like it's daylight savings or something, but it's from my traveling. Now I'm far enough east where I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'll be in this time zone for a few years, so I gotta get used to it. But that's throwing my circadian rhythm off a little bit, just with eating, because now I gotta adjust my eating schedule for this new time zone. So that'll take a few days, but yeah, it's weird how that works. It feels pretty good to be able to cook dry, toast bread, cook eggs in a more dry state on a really wet day, wet and cloudy. I can still dry foods, ingest dry foods, and balance that out. Oof, mosquitoes. I probably got bit last night. I feel more confident that I can eat some honey because the root cause of my problem was probably the undercooked bread. The bread needs, it's like a requirement, the bread needs to be toasted to be healthy. It's just too moist in between with the slices. I mean, this is a bread that easily molds. It has to be refrigerated or it'll mold within a few days. So I could have been consuming some bad mold that was turning my stomach into a swamp. Right, ChatGPT recommended putting bay leaves in with the chicken, and I never really noticed a serious taste difference. So I'm gonna use extra bay leaves. See what happens. See if I actually notice a taste difference. Because of the rain that's been going on all day, I think I'll hold off on going to KI Sawyer, heading north. I'll hold off on going north for another day and just hang out in the great town of Grimley. I forget the exact name. But the rain is really it's 2 o'clock now. I've been just sitting around. It's been making me the rain has been making me sit around a lot. And I wanted to originally go to KI Sawyer in the morning, but the rain sort of delayed me. And this area is pretty relaxed anyway, so to be able to hang out here is kind of nice. So I could spend another day here, hang out. I come over here and barely anybody comes into this lot. I'll sit here for the day. I think somebody slept in this corner overnight last night, but I won't be doing that. I'll sleep at the library again, in front of the library on the side street tonight. Just move my car over there and get a little Wi-Fi as I go to sleep, and then plan on KI Sawyer for tomorrow. Alright, I'm trying to experiment here. It's been a long time since I've done this with potatoes, but try to roast them. They were very sticky at the beginning, but now that they're drying out on the ends, I just, they slide easy. They get sticky right at the start. I don't know about this though. I'm a little, I gotta change up how I prepare potatoes. Boiling is maybe causing a swampiness in me. They seem like a long way from being done though. I know they, in the past, I remember them taking a long time for this to complete their cooking. So I'm pretty much learning once again. I probably knew before that when I toast this bread, I don't desire to have as much honey. I kind of knew that before, relearning it, and it's just about being able to toast again. But that thing is pretty nice. I thought they were open at 7. Instead it's 8. That's another hour's wait. I can't wait that long. I don't want to just sit here until 8. Right, at KI Sawyer, some park here. I saw on the map. Gotta say, a lot of these buildings are broken into. They look abandoned anyway. This is a big building. And for the room in here, it's a bird's nest. There must be another door. It's kind of a, oh, and that door is open as well. Okay, so they just, kids decided to let themselves in to have a look. And me too, since it is open. Why not? Okay, that's that room. I wonder why it's separate. That's weird. 2 separate rooms. And it could just be one big room. This is maybe another storage. This looks like it was moved from the playground. Yeah, just storage made out of concrete. Yeah, this is kind of a part of the military. I think it's probably made for the military. And then, yeah, they do, but I mean, there's somebody who upkeeps, because the porta potty looks in good shape. But were there permanent bathrooms? I didn't really see. I looked inside this room. It's just a big empty room. And somebody really wrenched on the stuff here, because this was bolted to shut. They bolted this room shut. Like they didn't want anybody coming in at all. Like permanent closure. And then somebody else comes along and opens it up. Oh, and this is probably open too. Oh no, they left the permanent welding as a permanent welding job. Just close it, but somebody came around and opened everything up. Alright, just looking around this area. It's run down and built up, and it's so strange. It's like, I don't. Okay, so they're saying down that way is supposed to be a disc golf area. It's where you throw. It looks so too overgrown. I guess if you go in and look around, it looks swampy down there. I don't see how that's even an option to play disc golf at. Google Maps says that this is a disc golf area. Go across the road? Maybe it goes this way. And I just want to say I was surprised to see that the bathrooms are over here. I just couldn't see them because there's trees overgrowing all around. This looks like the bathroom building. Some kind of road closed. Okay. Sign up there. Oh, yeah. It's definitely abandoned. Very much looks like a bathroom. Washer dryers? Very military like. This all might have been enclosed within the military base then. Laundry room is welded shut. Oh, the women's bathroom was welded shut. Wow, I don't have any, oh, things got smashed. I don't really have my flashlight. There's a shower. Wow. Yeah, I don't have any flashlight. I need to start keeping a flashlight on me. They broke it. They had a wash tub. This is, yeah, well, it looks welded shut. And then this was opened. Oh, okay. Yeah, they broke open the weldings, and there's probably, yeah, the shower, sinks, toilet, and urinal. A shower, though. That's very, very military-like. And they're covering up graffiti when it happens. Shower. Is this probably made by the military, or put up by military standards, I'm guessing. Okay, and from this bathroom I do see a basket for disc golf. So they do have it active, but it is overgrown. You'll lose your disc very easily in all that overgrowth. And wow, you know, if I don't know if the benefits of having a retirement from the military is great. Now, there's a basket here too, I think. Somebody took it. I don't think benefits of having stayed 20 years in the military is great as it used to be, because KI Sawyer is shut down, and I mean, it would provide no benefits. What was this, like an old shelter? This might have held a grill. This might have been a concrete block for a shelter. Oh, an electrical. Yeah, it's concrete. An electrical plug-in at one time. Yeah, they had a lot going on that just went to waste. But I mean, it wasn't open to the public. But if I was a retiree, if I was retired in the 80s and 90s, I would have had a lot more options for bases to visit. If I wanted to travel around and visit all the bases with my retired military card, there would have been a lot. But there's been a lot of shutdowns, and the benefits of being retired from the military aren't as great. Now, as not being a retired person, I could visit these military bases because they're just shut down. Yeah, I think they got too much grill going on here. It's not typical of what you see in other shelters. They got 4 grills that are 4 large grills that will vent through the center. I've never seen a design like this before. And it smells like it's been used kind of recently. But this is not typical of shelters at all. Military planning, probably.